Hello, welcome to the next episode of my podcast. I hope you've all had a good week. I hope it's been as good as it can possibly be for you. My week's been a bit hit and miss, I've got to be honest. It's not been the best, probably not been the worst either. On today's show, it's going to be a bit of a different show today. I've got a bit of a I'm going to call it a treat for you all, but it probably isn't. I've written another poem. Anyone that is on my social media accounts or my YouTube will have seen it. This poem is called I Won't Quit. I've also put up the poem on my website, which is mikesmsjourney.com. Please pop over there. I will say somehow I've managed to put all the links to my social media accounts actually on that website as well. So all you've got to do is click on the little picture for the social media and you can find yourself there. Come and join me and you'll see what other bits and pieces I've got going on. I've also on today's show going to talk very briefly about a neurology appointment that I've got booked. And back end of the show today, I'm going to do some straight talking. And I know around Christmas time I did an episode that was very much straight talking. It really was a case of me laying things bare. Yeah, I'm afraid to an extent, I need to do that again on today's show. There's some real straight talking, as I've said, some real honesties, and there's some bits and pieces I've got to get off my chest. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you again. I know I do that on every show. There's a reason for that, because actually I am incredibly grateful for you all listening. I really am. Because I've said it a million times, I'm going to say it again. I'm sitting here in my shed, brick shed, we've painted the walls, and I've got my shirt up with my medal from the MS Society walk last year. I've got my certificate on the wall for it. Other than that, it's just normal shed stuff sat in here. But I sit here and I talk into my microphone, I talk into my phone, and you know what? Just talking to you all actually really helps me. And again, I hope it helps even just one of you. Genuinely, just one of you. If it does, yeah, in which case that actually puts a massive smile on my face. Okay, well, as I said, I'm going to start today by reading you my new poem. As I say, I entitled this poem, I Won't Quit, because no matter what you hear from me, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to continue to fight, because that's all I know. I don't know how to give up. No matter what goes on, giving up's not going to happen. There will be days, and there has been days, where I am really struggling. I still ain't going to give up. So, please bear with me. Here comes. Well, here we are, MS. Yesterday, today, and a couple of weeks gone by. You've had your way. Pains, aches and pains. Oh, don't forget the tiredness and a fuzzy head. Like a phoenix, I will rise. I won't give in. I won't back down. I won't quit. I'm still new to this. Your nasty games, your nasty tricks. Actually, you're just nasty. Well, I've said it once and I'll say it again. I won't give in. I won't back down. I won't quit. So bring it on. I will fight back. Every battle and every attack will be met by me and those that have my back. No matter what, one last time, I won't give in. I won't back down. I won't quit. Thank you. Thank you for listening. And as I say, I'm not a poet. I do not profess to be a poet. It's just these things tick around in my brain and I have to put them down on paper. So that's what I do because it helps. Bear with me, I'm just having a slurp of my cup of tea. Lovely. Okay, so second part of the show today. Going to explain. I've managed to get booked in for a neurology appointment on Monday. That was a last minute thing, and I will explain later in the show as to why. I've asked to see my brain scan. One, to prove there's actually a brain in there, but let's not go that far. But I want to know exactly how many lesions there is on my brain. Because all the letter says is a few. Okay. A few, that could mean 2, that could mean 3, that could mean 10, that could mean whatever. So I want to know. And the reason I want to know is because I've got to the point now with all this waiting for treatment and with the MSMDT doing what they're doing, slowing things down, I've got to the point I'm actually going to make a formal complaint. I think the time has come for me to start fighting a little bit harder because, I'm struggling. I'm actually struggling quite a lot. Things are getting quite bad and I'm not getting any treatment. Again, that will come in the next part of the show. But yeah, I mean, my date of diagnosis was the 27th of June, 2022. I'm still sat here with no treatment. That now is going to lead us on to the third part of today's show. And those of you watching on YouTube will see I'm sat here with a smile on my face. Yeah. Let me be totally straight with you. That ain't a happy smile. Because the gloves are off a little bit now. I'm going to be honest. The gloves are off. And it's time for me to start pushing back. Because it's over 6 months since my diagnosis. This is a chronic condition, as we're all aware. This isn't a game. This is not a bit of fun. So, I'm being left waiting, purely because the MSMDT team want to cross T's and dot I's. I'm sorry, but you're playing games with my life now. And I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I am not saying I'm dying or anything like that. But what I am saying is you're playing games with my ability to just be me. Now, I've got a script written in front of me, and I will refer to that at times during this little rant. But actually, a lot of this is coming direct from the heart. I'm going to be honest with you, because I'm going to be totally straight. I need treatment. I needed treatment 6 months ago. I need treatment. It's not going to roll back time. I get that. But actually it can make the rolls stop, because quite honestly, those that know me know I am really struggling. I am deteriorating quite fast. Things aren't easy, and I know they're not for anyone with this condition. This condition is horrible. It is evil. But I don't understand why things have to be so difficult to get treatment. If I got treatment 6 months ago, I would not be struggling to the extent I am now. Chances are I would have stayed at that level for a bit longer. I would have stayed where, okay, walking was difficult. Yes, I would have been walking with crutches. Yeah, probably at some point would have needed Eleanor, my mobility scooter. But do you know what? That might have been stretched out a little bit longer. There's other things going on at the moment that I can't talk about. And I will. Don't get me wrong. Everything will come out in the wash. It's just there's a few bits I've got to keep under my hat for the time being. But you will all hear about them at some point. I don't understand it. You work for the NHS. You're there to care for people and you're there to give people treatment. And I totally understand it. It's the process, it's the system. The system is wrong. The process is wrong. Cold hard fact. You cannot diagnose somebody with a condition that is known to get worse, untreated. You cannot then wait 6+ months to give that person treatment, even if that treatment is just going to hold them where they were at that point. Sorry, it's wrong. It's flat wrong. I don't agree with it at all. And I'm going to be straight. If we meet in the street, I'm going to look you in the eye and I'm going to smile at you. Everyone, I will, because that's the kind of person I am. But actually, I ain't doing good. I'll be honest with you, I'm not doing good. I've got pains that actually I can't explain. I've got thoughts and feelings that I just, again, don't want to explain. Because let's be totally honest with you, I'm getting frustrated. Bear with me, the cup of tea's in my hand. Do you know what? Frustrated don't actually quite cover it. I'm angry. I am incredibly angry. Because genuinely, I feel like I'm being left to rot. And at the moment, I am rotting. I'm fighting every single day. And that fight ain't going anywhere. It really isn't. But do you know what? Somebody that's able, come and stand beside me and fight. My family and friends are stood right beside me. They're fighting. They are incredible. Genuinely incredible. But actually, those that are able to help that little bit more, the ones that can medically help, I feel like you're ignoring me. I feel like you're not interested. I've said it and I will say it again. I feel like I's are being dotted. I feel like T's are being crossed. It's not a game. This is not paperwork. This is my life. And at the moment, that's actually being made more difficult to live. And I'm not, again, I will say it, I am not saying under any circumstance am I dying or anything like that. I'm not. But actually, my quality of life is becoming difficult. Walking. Really, 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 really tough. I fight through and I manage. Because I gotta. But actually, do you know what? Each step ain't easy. Each step hurts. And I'm having to do everything I can to just stand on a daily basis. And I will continue to do so. I will continue to do so. Because that's what I've got to do. But those that medically can help, pull your finger out. Let's get some help. Now, as a family, I will be honest with you, my dad, and I want to give him a massive thank you for this. He's been in touch with our local MP to make a complaint about this amount of time I'm being sat and left. And do you know what? Thank you. Thank you for making that complaint. I should have done it a long time ago, but I was trying to play Mr. Nice Guy, trying to be, oh yeah, you know, they're getting there. No, they're not getting there. They're just sat leaving me. So Dad, thank you. The MP's office have been in touch, and they are getting in touch with NHS England to start querying this as to why, after 6 months, why am I still being left untreated? I'm getting worse here, folks. I'm getting worse, quite a lot worse. Step up. Step up and give me the help that I need just to stay where I am. I don't want the world. I really don't. All I want is the medical help to keep me where I am. Genuinely, I'm not asking for the world. Okay. Well, I think that's probably enough for today. I want to thank you all for listening. I know this has probably been a very difficult listen for some, but actually, again, it's something I've had to get off my chest because it sits there and I need to get it out. Genuinely, thank you. I will update you all on how the appointment with the neurologist goes. As I say, that's tomorrow, Monday. This podcast is released on that day. So I may, depending on how it goes, I may post up a very short trailer just to give you an update, or I'll hang fire and I'll update you all next Monday, so the Monday after, on the next podcast. Okay, thank you all for listening. I know this can't have been an easy one. Massively appreciated. Speak soon. Bye-bye.